Hello, good evening. I just felt like coming on here and saying a small rant. Um, I don't really think that, to be honest with you, you don't hear too many black men complaining about the verdict for Eligio Bishop. You don't hear, like, I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of men out there that are a lot of black men, especially. First of all, I don't know all of the details of the case because I wasn't following the trial. But I do know that I did hear something about false imprisonment. You gotta stop thinking that you own the woman. You don't own another person. That person does not belong to you. If you get into an argument with your girlfriend or your wife, first of all, instead of arguing with her, go take a walk. Go walk down the street. You don't argue with a woman. Go take a walk. Shut up and leave that woman alone and quit terrorizing her. If that woman at any point says, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. The moment that you try to keep her at that location, you are committing a crime. I know half of y'all, a lot of y'all black men are possessed. I know y'all always think that Jesus is going to fix every damn thing. Listen, control yourselves. I'm happy that Nature Boy went to prison for life. It sends out a message. You cannot continue to terrorize the world, black men. Worrying the hell out of everybody, whining and complaining with no control over yourselves. You just let demons and spirits take over. You go nuts. So you are a criminal. Let me hear about you hold my daughter and saying she can't leave. You are forever in my eyes a criminal and a predator. I have no concern for you. The moment, and I don't care about your stupid insecurities. Let me hear about you doing that to my daughter or my sons. No, you can't leave. Oh, sir, you're guilty of false imprisonment. And you know what they need to write into the law? That the moment that you tell somebody that they can't leave because they feel threatened by you, they need to be able to get away with busting you upside your head with a baseball bat. That's what needs to happen. It needs to be written into the law. When the moment you say, you can't leave. Now, if a person is drunk or inebriated and, you're afraid, friends don't let friends drink and drive. No, we're talking about you are in the moment of some kind of argument or disagreement. And the woman says, listen, I'm going to leave. And you say, no, you can't leave. You say, no, you can't leave. You are now falsely imprisoning somebody. False imprisonment means what? It means that, well, number one, you're not God. Number two, you don't have the authority to hold that person. So you are a criminal at that point, and you can and you will be arrested. And see, people don't realize, I'm going to tell y'all something. Velvet, the one that he had a baby by, I think he had a couple of different babies. He put her father through so much worry that her father passed away. Her father passed away. Velvet's father. That's how evil and disgusting he is. He literally destroyed lives. People were making videos pleading with their family members to come home, to leave his cult. I don't want to hear it. He deserves life in prison, and I hope they keep him in there. There needs to be standards set on how you are treating people. You not at any moment have the right to tell somebody that they can't leave a location and then to hold them there. And then you worrying the hell out of people, family members, people worried about their loved ones. Because I can promise you that Eligio, or whatever the hell his name is, he is incapable of love and does not have respect for human life. He doesn't. No care in the world. So I hope they keep him in prison. I hope he dies in prison. That's exactly where any man, not just a black man, any man, I don't care if you white, green, orange, or purple, or yellow, or whatever color you are, holding someone hostage is holding them hostage. Any man that does that belongs in jail. Now he had other charges, but I'm talking about specifically, like I want to solely and specifically speak about when you men tell a woman that she can't leave her. I feel like this. I feel like this. Okay. You got some, you got some serious problems. That's what you do. You turn the dream into a nightmare. You turn it into a nightmare. First of all, if a person is arguing, you know how much energy it takes to argue. Do you know how much it takes out of a person to deal with that situation? When a person is ready to leave, you let them leave. They sick of it. They tired of it. Don't nobody want to argue with you. You don't even have a right to force somebody to argue with you. Go argue with yourself. Hey, I tell you what, there are a lot of mental institutions out there. Go check yourself into one and sit in a padded cell and argue with yourself all night. Don't nobody even got to argue with you. I don't want to argue with nobody. Hey, Black Karma. Hey, Adam and ER Will something. Yeah, you need to go to jail or either a mental institution. You are mentally ill. And don't try to play that game where, oh, you going to go cheat on me or something like that. No, she's not going to cheat on you. She's getting the hell away from you because you're a complete idiot that don't deserve no love. You don't deserve nothing. I'm just telling y'all. I got two daughters. And a man that tries to do that to I swear to God, let me tell you something. If Eligos Bishop was my son-in-law, he might not have made it to that trial. He might have just something happened to him mysteriously, just got raptured or something. You gotta go. You gotta go. You're a complete idiot. Don't nobody want to deal with you. Why you think somebody got to deal with you? I don't care about. And then they come at you. Oh, what so and so happened to me as a child. And da 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 da. Now you know that a person is being manipulative when they start trying to explain what happened to them as a child for their behavior. Excuse me. All I know is that I blessed you with my time and my attention, and you acted a fool. Because for a while there, it literally, whenever Velvet, whenever any of those women would talk about leaving, he would start tormenting those women. I'm so glad I can't stand Nature Boy. First of all, Nature Boy is a complete, that name for him to call himself that is a complete oxymoron, because he is exactly the opposite of nature. Because if you were really connected with nature, you would let those women flourish and fly. They would be able to run throughout the field. Let's think of him more. What are we supposed to think of you as a dog? Okay, well, do you see dogs imprisoning other dogs? No, you don't. So why would you do that? Huh? I cannot stand that boy, and I am celebrating that he is in prison. And I wish that the world was rid of men like you. I don't like you. You do nothing but create headaches. And then y'all want to sit up here and the next day pretend like everything is okay. Oh, I'm going to stop you from leaving. Oh, I'm going to grab you. I'm going to put my hands on you. You don't deserve the air that you breathe. Who in the hell do you think that you are? I don't like you. And if somebody like that was with my daughter, you ain't going to be with my daughter no more. You done. You are done. Try to come around my family acting crazy. Because I'm not one of those Christian ladies that's going to get up there and cry and say, I forgive you. No, I'm not. I'm not that type of person. In fact, I'm praying that you perish so that you won't ever hurt my family. Anybody that's trying to hurt my family or the people that I love, I wish that you would just go. Like you, I ain't even saying you gotta die. Hey, Roselle, I ain't even saying that you gotta die. I'm saying that you just need to disappear from my sight. And I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say, even for that. Because what they do is they commit these crimes. And you know what, Roselle? Whoever that was has no respect for human life either, because you don't know what a person is going through, what they are dealing with when somebody won't let them leave. False imprisonment is a serious thing. Everything that he did was a serious thing. His sentence definitely was not harsh. It was exactly what he deserved. No, he did not get that sentence because he's a black man. He got that sentence because he's a terrorizer. He's a monster. That's why. And ain't nothing cute about that. I realize there's some desperate women out there. I'm not saying that if you're a woman in an abusive relationship that you're desperate, because I know it's difficult to leave that. But there's some women that when they hear stuff about that, they don't know what they would do in that situation. So you can't judge that. You have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of the person that's being victimized. So no, his sentencing was not harsh. And I hope they get a lot more of them too. They need to get them off of the streets. You know, they think they own everything. They have entitlement problems. They think they own your time. You got to spend hours and hours dealing with this crazy person acting crazy. I heard a little bit of the victim's testimonial, how they had to sit there for hours and hours and hear him rant and rave and act crazy, probably because he needed to be in a mental institution. He did. He did. He killed a couple of different people. Yes. The lady that was there was a lady, Mama Dia, that passed away while she was there. And then also there was a few other people that died There was a lady that murdered her mother that was in his cult. So yeah, he killed something. Yeah. Yeah. He deserves it, Adam. It doesn't matter. You know, there are some, listen, I told y'all that we all know that Eligos Bishop is narcissistic. They're gonna start giving narcissistic people time in prison for that. That no, you know, y'all better get it together. Okay? You better get it together. Right. Yeah. Yep. Nature boy, Roselle. Yeah. I think that people think, and then also I think that this is going to be for all them verbal abusers out there too. You know, hours and hours of verbal abuse. It's gonna hit home. You need to learn how to watch your mouth and control yourself. If you lack self-control, check yourself into a mental institution and say, hey, I got a problem. You got to admit that you have a problem. What you're doing is wrong. And you cannot continue to manipulate and play on people's emotions and love for you. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Okay. That's what a lot of them are doing. So, you know, I hope and pray that he stays in prison. And if any of his little followers want to come over here, you better believe that I'm a witch. And y'all not witches, because if y'all was witches and had any power, he wouldn't have got life in prison, would he have? So you not messing with me. I said what I said. The standard needs to be better with the way that you're being treated and how people are treating one another. I think verbal abuse is worse. Well, I can't think of what's worse. It's all abuse. Verbal, physical, sexual, it's all abuse. And I know that if you're somebody